We are all destined for greatness, each and every one of us, and the same can very much be said for all in the multiverse. But sometimes a destiny cannot defy what makes us whole. Sometimes we have to look inward and ask ourselves the big questions. Who are you, and what do you want? That was a question given to the Fire Prince Zuko. He had struggled with this question at first, but then, eventually, he took it into heart, and he became the greatest leader that the Fire Nation had ever known. But what would happen if Zuko's destiny was altered by an unexpected turn of events? Would the same question be true to his heart today? Will the answer be similar, yet oh so different? Well, it's about time I told another tale, his tale. So, I hope everyone is sitting comfortably, because today we're going to be telling his story and ask ourselves the question, what if Zuko became the Avatar? His betrayal was a turning point for his growth, but in this universe, Zuko's growth would take an even darker turn. Upon betraying the Avatar Aang, Zuko's act had led to an entirely different outcome. Aang's demise at the hands of Azula. Zuko rushes to the Avatar's side with regret. But even as he held his hand, all Zuko could witness was a smile and Aang's dying breath. After betraying both his nation and his friends, Zuko was all alone. His uncle Iroh did give him time to escape at the cost of his life, and so the once great Fire Prince became an outcast and an outlaw. As he wandered the earth, Zuko could only watch from afar as the Fire Nation took over the entire world, and the most powerful of all benders were being hunted down or captured. After all that he had done, Zuko wanted to hide in shame. But after saving children from the wrath of the Fire Nation, Zuko had to make things right and defeat the Fire Lord S.W.I, his father. On his journey, Zuko noticed that he also has been getting blue markings all over his body, just like the ones that Aang had. Before he could take on the demons inside, he must first find himself at the Avatar Temple. The journey to the Air Nomads was not an easy one, as Zuko would also have to make amends with the ones he had wronged. The hardest trust to regain among them was from the Earthbender, Toph Beifong. She put Zuko through a rough series of sparring, while Aang's friends Katara and Sokka reluctantly watched Zuko trying to make things right, one painful lesson at a time. In spite of their anger towards Zuko for causing their friend's death, Katara, Sokka, and Toph allowed Zuko to sleep in their camp. Inspired by Zuko's desire to be a better person, Toph has Appa take Zuko to the Air Nomads to find his new purpose, and to look inward, as Iroh instructed. Zuko arrived only to see what remains of the Airbender's home. There was nothing but ruins, and Zuko felt that all hope was lost. But just then, Zuko's markings glowed brightly, and he was taken to an astral plane where he was face to face with the first Avatar. He granted Zuko much wisdom, but also apologized for all the war that had happened after his disappearance. He also warned Zuko that he had seen dark clouds swirling around the Fire Nation, and if S.W.I isn't stopped, along with his comet, all will be lost. But Zuko must not do this task alone. Returning from the astral plane, Zuko vowed to stop S.W.I at all cost. He could ask for the assistance of the other nations as well as Aang's friends, but this was their decision as Zuko had to face the Fire Nation alone. Charging towards the Firebender army, Zuko managed to rip apart the battleships, but the numbers were just too great. However, the kindness he gave to other people, helping their children and their nation from afar in the shadows, all who the Fire Nation made suffer, they all were inspiring to them to fight back. And with Toph, Sokka, Suki, and Katara's help, along with the surprising assistance of a humble and hard-working cabbage farmer, Zuko was now face to face with Azula, with Ozai dead on the ground beside her. The years of abuse took its toll on Azula, for anger and jealousy over her treacherous brother took the once proud Fire Lord's life, and thus a fight between siblings had begun. Both firebenders fought to the very end, but Azula's lightning was too much for Zuko to take, on top of her firebending, and with Ozai's comet closing in, Zuko had lost. No, he hadn't lost. He cannot lose. Ever since Iroh and Aang's passing, he had spent all this time trying to make things right. He did all this without realizing what he inherited. You never know when true kindness will come back to help you someday. And that kindness was about to help Zuko rise. The will to fight for the future unlocked Zuko's avatar abilities, and with the addition of earth, water, fire, and airbending, as well as absorbing the comet's energy mid-battle, it gave Zuko the ability to gain the upper hand and strip Azula of her bending powers. But with the two siblings still with energy to spare, it was all down to a hand-to-hand combat match to save this universe. Azula believed that she could trick Zuko into such a match, but she was gravely mistaken as she fell to her demise. Standing over the Fire Nation, and after securing victory, Zuko left after the Fire Nation's defeat, and was never seen again. Many had wondered where Zuko had went after the battle 3 years ago. But those from Ember Island could recount the tale properly. But rumour has it that Zuko went travelling through the spirit world. As to why, no one could be certain. But if I were to take a guess, it was to leave no stone unturned, and to pay respects to the one man who loved him so. Uncle, it's you. Uncle, I know you must have mixed feelings about seeing me. I want you to know, I'm so sorry, Uncle. I know what I did can never be forgiven. I don't know how I can ever make it up to you, but I'm... How could you forgive me so easily? I thought you would be furious with me. I was never angry with you. And if I was sad, it was because I worried that you would lose your way. I did, Uncle. I did. But then you found it again. And you did it all by yourself. And I am so proud you came all this way to find me. What is this place, Uncle? It feels like the spirit world, but it's not. Something different about it. Ah, so you noticed it too. Seems that we are both in a realm between the worlds. Living and dead, reality and imagination. Anything is possible here. I can't fathom what exactly is happening, but there is one thing I know. Something is calling for you. Somebody wants to see you. And whatever purpose it may be, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. Avatar Zuko, I have heard great things about you.